Matt had asked me to read some of my poetry and share my poetry with you. And what I'm about to share with you is who I am. And everybody on this panel could probably take some of this, what I'm about to share, and apply it to their own lives. Going back to, are we American, you know, we like to be called that or whatnot. We've been called a lot of things. And we've been forced to accept many things. And we've had to roll with the punches, deal with it, but we still have persevered. We still moved forward in the way we are as, you know, as Indian people. About 5 years ago, I participated in a summer camp for Native American high school students called College Horizons. On the very last day, they asked the Native American counselors to come together and film the very last program. It was somewhat of a tradition for College Horizons. And they wanted us to give us, share with the students our college experience, what it's like to be a Native student in higher education. After we got together and talked about it, it was decided that that was too boring. Because we can concentrate on a lot of the kind of general things, general challenges that we face as Native students in the higher education, alcoholism, dropout rate, you know. So I stood up and said that in order for us to send our message to these students, we need to talk about our life story and how that applies to everyday things, to education, who we are as Native people. So there was 11 Native American counselors who got up and voiced their story, and it was very emotional. I don't think there was a dry eye in that auditorium that day, students included, because these students came from all over the country, from different backgrounds. Some of them were tribally enrolled, some of them weren't. Some of them grew up on the reservations, some of them grew up in urban areas. Some of them were dark complected, some of them were light complected, some of them had long hair, some of them had blonde hair. And we wanted to share, because there was a variety of voices on that panel, we wanted to share with them what it meant for us to walk in this world as Native peoples. There is this term called walking in two worlds. You've probably always heard that, and, you know, we as Native peoples walk in two worlds. And this is my own personal opinion. I don't walk in two worlds, I walk in my world. I walk in my world. And I experience a lot of things, I'm exposed to a lot of things. I learn from a lot of those things. I throw back a lot of those things. But this is my story that I shared with the students that day, trying to give them some encouragement that they're not alone in their fight in this life. And this is my life, my education, all rolled up into one. And this is my experiences as growing up as a Native man in this country. This is my story, this is not my story. Stares, glares, snares, scared. Is your sign the bear? Slow learner, wagon burner, paranoia from another riding in an elevator. Red man, Indian, Native American, politically speaking. Indian giver, earth lover, wears a feather. Chief, please bring rain to this weather. Exotic, alcoholic, education for free, shit, I bought it. Acculturation, assimilation, discrimination, violation, representation of my tribe, your tribe, his tribe, her tribe, all tribes. Which natural root do you prescribe? Steve, can we borrow your expertise? Tell us about the Native peoples in the Northeast. People, please. White friends, black friends, Hispanics, and Asians. Wait a minute, where's all the Indians? Oh yeah, I'm a sellout, sold out, pointed out, called out, washed out, apple. Apple? Hell, I like bananas. One feather, two feathers, three feathers, four. Which Indian has more? Not enough Indian? Well, what about my skin then? I just play the part? Shoot, you best look into my heart. This is my story. Barnett, Berry Hill, Yahola, and Tiger. Names of relatives, they've all been fighters. Living in Okima, Walika, Wetumpka, and Okmulgee. Come on, people, do you still doubt me? Grandma and Grandpa, I'm so sorry. Turning my back on what you have taught me. Boomer and Sooner, and OU native gone restless. By the way, down with Texas. Longhorns, that is. OU alum, we know this. All rise, an OU diploma you will receive. My BA in sociology, a bachelor's, a master's. How about a PhD? We'll definitely have to see. An educator, motivator, preacher, and leader. Life is lost without my creator. Round, brown, big, and witty. Did you see his eyelashes? They're so pretty. Erotic, I mean exotic, I mean neurotic. Hell, just forget about it. Taking my education to the reservation, serving the people of the great Sioux Nation. learning the Lakota way, working to give back to my own people someday. My identity I lost, but now it's found. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Always winning and losing, sobriety but boozing, giving and taking, reality but faking. Always loving but hating, laughing and crying, living but dying. Shit, I just want to quit. Where do I fit in these two worlds in which I live? Trying to be a role model to all you young natives. Hey wait, I know, like Nike, we all must just do it. And you know what? I have fallen from heaven, but I'm still standing. And I've walked through hell, but I'm still living. And I don't know if I'll win or if I'll lose come the end, but through life or in death, I will always be a Muskogee Creek Indian. Thank you very much.